Good morning. I happen to have a few minutes, 30 minutes or so before everything, like workshops, the weekend start. So here's the continuous, the live streaming from the previous, like yesterday. Let me just fix the camera first. It is another Sashiko live streaming with the close look. I hope to finish the Asanoha pattern stitching today. It really depends on how much I have time left. If you have any questions about Sashiko, please leave the comments. I will try to answer that. I receive many inquiries, questions from all over the world. I hope that I can help you without even coming to New York. Of course, it is the best way to come to my workshop to learn that, but not everybody can do so. So I will try my best to help you individually over the internet. So please leave the comment if you're interested. I'll do that. I'll follow up. I don't know if I have talked about the goal of my Sashiko live streaming or Sashiko YouTube channel, but my goal is to share what Sashiko is and how to do it to everybody. I was born in a Sashiko family, and still my goal is to pass down this culture to the next generation. In order to do so, in order to leave this culture to the next generation, my conclusion is to share with this to everybody. Instead of making it secret, I think it is better to share to everybody, like make it open source so everybody can do it. Then I hope at some point, somewhere, this culture will keep its shape. Just a second, I have to have the cell phone ready with me. Good, perfect. So Sashiko has not become the way of art or crafting in Japan or anywhere in the world, I guess. Japanese culture, history, have many kinds of the traditional way of art. The ikebana, flower arrangement, is one of those. There's tea ceremony. Those traditional culture has its structure, like technique. There's a course, there's a classes, there's like even school that you can take and learn from them. It's very systematic and it's very respected. I do respect them too. However, Sashiko is not like that. It's not like that, as long as I know. There's no school for Sashiko. There's no organization to protect Sashiko. The reason is pretty simple. The reason is that the Sashiko was too ordinary for everybody. There's no such a thing as the way of making Chinese food or Japanese food. There's actually an art of making Japanese food, but if you want to make like a sandwich, everybody can make a sandwich in different way. But there's a recipe, there's a technique to make it better. but there's no such a thing as the structured school of how to make sandwich. But some people can become like a sandwich expert. I feel the same way. Sashiko is too ordinary for everybody to do so back in Japan, so it didn't have a chance to become the way. Now, in 2018, I mean, not right now, but after revolution, many people stopped doing this hand stitching. Why? Was not necessary. If you can get a cheap, this stylish cloth from the store with reasonable price, many people decided to do so. I'm one of those who purchased a lot of clothes when I was young. So it's really understandable. And Sashiko itself became very unnecessary technique. I believe that many people were doing this hand stitching things 100 years ago or 200 years ago in Japan, but not anymore. Especially when the Japan had an economic growth boom, many people didn't stop doing that. Simply, they didn't have to do it. Oops. But now, because of a lot of fast culture, fast food, fast fashion, fast, mass production, a lot of thing. Oops, I have to cut it down. Sashiko got a little bit of attention more because of its simplicity, slow stitching, mindfulness, you name it. And I believe that there's a beauty in upcycling, recycling, reusing what we used to like. So, and also the power of, I'm sorry, my throat is really weird today. The power of handmade. It is very soothing. It's like a meditation. It is rewarding. It looks, I get a lot of satisfaction by finishing the project. So to redefine what is our happiness or our wealth is, I guess people start realizing this could be this could be something they can do. So again, my goal is to make it available for everybody who are interested, regardless the place, age, race, ethnicity, beliefs, and it doesn't matter, any background, gender, anything. So I want anybody to do it, so I provide these free YouTube tutorials. Again, this is the coming to my workshop is the best way to learn it, because I will be there and teach you like continuously, unless you say like, come on, like, stop, I don't like that. I mean, but besides that, I mean, as long as you're okay with me teaching, I will be there to teach. So the workshop is the best. But again, like it is not the. I happen to be in Pennsylvania right now, and I happen to speak English, some English, so I can teach that in outside of Japan in different language. But in order to learn that, you may have to come to Japan or learn Japanese. I don't want that. I just want to try. I want to try. I want to make it available to everybody. So this is the reason I'm doing it. I'm sorry for the bad, not the bad, like a rousy, rough job in English right now. It is really difficult to speak and stitch simultaneously. Again, like English is my second language, so it's not that easy to do that. Anyway, so if you are far from New York or east coast of US, and if you don't speak Japanese, if you speak Japanese and live in Japan, you can get a lot of resources, and my mom can teach you more. If you live in anywhere in the world, just contact me. I am happy to share what I have. My goal is to leave this culture, as I said, Sashiko, to the next generation. And this culture includes a lot of Japanese traditional crafting, manufacturing. The needle I'm using, the needle I recommend, is based on it's made from the long established company in Japan, like with a lot of history. I think using the needle from those long established company will help Japanese culture to, how can I say, using those needle will help this culture to be more survivable. If I lose this needle, I cannot do sashiko. If I lose this thimble, I cannot do the sashiko. So if I lose this thread, I absolutely can do the sashiko. I have to find a similar one, but that's gonna be like very, very expensive and very time consuming. So I would like to introduce what I like, what I'm proud of. Then introducing the sashiko with that will help also me to continue to teach and to produce more sashiko boro pieces. I use the indigo fabric usually. This helps the Japanese company to keep using the Japanese, dyeing or weaving techniques. It is not efficient in the economy. Like, it is not efficient in the macro economy, I would say. The productivity, the efficiency, it's not that. It's more like, how can I explain? Of course, what you buy matters. It does matter. But I want to make the world like, doesn't matter who you buy from. Yeah. So again, if you're interested in Sashiko, and if you're watching this and wondering what to do with the limited resource of information, you can visit my website, which I'm building with some information, and also contact me. Just I want to start it. How can I do that? And I will, send you the package of everything I'm using right now, and then you can use this YouTube or the other. Well, actually, YouTube is the best. I mean, the live streaming to understand what I'm doing. There's a big need to have the online workshops. I can do that. I will try to do that after my workshop in New York next weekend. So please do not hesitate. As I said, I was born in a Sashiko family, like surviving Sashiko family in Japan. It was my mission to build a business model which can last forever to protect the family and to protect the employees and staff. My conclusion back in 2007, 2008 was impossible because the company's stockholders had a mission to keep this as a secret. They wanted to keep this technique inside of the company so nobody can imitate it. That's why I didn't come onto the Facebook or online, SNS, YouTube. I did not do that anything at all before 2013, 2014. And my father passed away in 2013, and that was my turning point. He was understanding what I was trying to do, but since I lost him, I kind of decided to do it without a backup. So then here I am. It took some time to prepare everything, but my mother and I are doing the Sashiko workshop as much as we can, and still enjoying Sashiko. So Sashiko business, like let's say to make money, to make living from Sashiko is extremely difficult. It's almost impossible. You can tell why, right? It's just time consuming. Machine stitch is much faster, and everything is so expensive right now to even get. Borrow used to be zero. Borrow used to be a waste of fabric. Now it costs like hundreds of dollars to even get. So again, my goal is not to make money. My goal is to share this culture to everybody in the world, so that you will be somewhere, hopefully in Japan, but in some world when I kind of when I cannot use my hand anymore. I want somebody to do this even after I die. I mean, I don't want to die that soon, but I hope that makes sense. Ah, I talked a lot. I'll try to finish this. I think we need a background music, which I really don't need, but to make this live streaming somehow enjoyable. It's not a good day today. I make a lot of mistake. Mm, no, it doesn't work like that. Oopsie. Let's redo that. That's unfortunate. I want to finish this before I have to go. 10 more minutes. Come on, you can do it. Hello, this is Sashiko Live. I'm sorry, I'm kind of in a hurry. I talked a lot in the first 15 minutes. Will be an archive. Please watch that. I talked a lot. And that slowed my stitching, so I'm in kind of in the hurry of stitching right now. But if you have any question about Sashiko stitching, please let me know. I will answer that. Either in this live streaming or following up live streaming. Let's. Well, no hurrying. That's kind of not the point of Sashiko. The meditating is good, so let's not hurry. I'm contradicting to myself, which is not good. Thank you for the comments. How can I watch the comments? I saw that somebody posted it. Oh, there we go. Thank you. Yeah, it takes a lot of time to do it. But the point is I have only I have to go soon. I have an appointment at 12:30 in the US time. So I gotta go soon, but I want to finish this much amount. And yep, I might be a little bit quiet now. But please leave the comment. Thank you so much. I will follow up if there's any question regarding Sashiko, either in this video or next live video. Oops, I'm sorry. The funny part of Sashiko is if you hurry, it kind of gets slower. So calm down myself. Me, calm down. Then, oh, there was a question, what am I gonna do with this fabric after stitching? I am gonna probably make a table mat, like placemat or table runner. I haven't decided yet, but it's gonna be either of those. My clothes get bunched up and won't lay flat after run stitches through. Um, I guess you make many stitches at once. Let me clarify that. I guess your fabric becomes just a second, okay? Like that. Make it flat. That's what you said. My clothes get bunched up and won't lay flat after run stitches through. I guess this is what is the problem right now. Well, just put hold the end of the stitch. No, I'm sorry. Hold the thread and smooth the fabric like this. Try to make the smooth the fabric like that, and then it will always be flat. This is not a good stuff. It's okay. The key of Sashiko stitching is not to be perfectionist. I always say that to myself. Don't be perfectionist. If you try to be perfectionist, you won't even finish one project and you'll probably lose the interest. I prefer you keep doing that than being perfect. And there's no such a thing as perfect. Enjoy this process. I hope I answered the question. If it was not the answer, please let me know. I will try my best. English is not my first language, so it's kind of difficult to follow up. I apologize for that. I understand that Sashiko stitches should not cross the top of each other. For example, when rolled stitch. Yes, that is. Yeah, that some book says that. I think you're talking about the center, right? Center. Some books say that you shouldn't do that, and I do not. If you want to do it, that's fine, but I'm not a big fan of it because it makes more artificial look. I have some photos on my Instagram, or I think my website has that article, but there's no such a thing as Sashiko rules. There's no rules for Sashiko. And there's a way to make it better. There's the way to make Sashiko looks beautiful. And I prefer to keep even stitches. I mean, small even stitches than adjusting the center. If I make a center round, it looks very artificial. That's the reason I don't do that. I hope it makes sense. I think my Instagram has a good example of several kinds of Asanoha patterns. So, but when I receive a question like that I'm doing something I'm not supposed to do, that is opinion from one perspective of Sashiko. There's no such as rules or limitations, taboos. I do not have any of those. I do teach though how to make it easy and how to make it more speedy, how to make it more beautiful. But again, like if I start saying like you shouldn't do that, that's not my Sashiko. You can do pretty much anything. It's not that like sophisticated. Oopsie oopsie. I simply prefer to have the even stitches than avoiding the crossing or. And that's why I really don't like the fabric with the pattern pre-printed. Some patterns have the stitches length printed already. I don't like it. Like, who told me that I should make that size of stitching? I do whatever I want. Like if I wanna make a big stitch like on jeans, I will do that. If I wanna make a small stitches like this, that's my choice. There's no rules. There's the technique. There's the traditional techniques that you can follow. You can choose to make it better. But I'm not gonna finish it. I don't have time. Wah, I shouldn't be rushed. That's another thing to do, Sashiko. I'll keep doing that. I'm sorry that I couldn't finish it. But again, like if you want to do it, it is very much up to you what to do with that. If you want to make a big sashiko, that's fine. If you can make this kind of small stitching, this is a backside. So let me just. So if you want to do this small stitching, that's perfectly fine. Some books and some websites say that you shouldn't make the crossing here. It is sometimes probably better to not to make a crossing, to make a round, but I prefer to just keep it to even stitches so it looks more natural. I have some example on my website or Instagram account, so please check that. And if I want to make a bigger stitches like that, which I'm working on right now as a second project, that is also doable, right? So there's no such a thing as rules or regulations. I introduce how to make it better and more beautiful. All right, I have to go now. Thank you so much for watching. Wow. So I was gonna finish this patterns like this. A few more lines. I probably will do another live streaming. Thank you so much for coming and watching. I will come back soon. Have a nice weekend.